The nursery pod of the Void Hunter-class warship Talon's Edge hummed with tension. Captain Ryketh watched through reinforced glass as 6 Zaraki cubs stalked practice dummies with grim determination. Each cub was barely 4 seasons old, juveniles by any measure, yet already training 12 hours daily for their future as shock troopers. "They're regressing," Ryketh growled, her claws clicking against the observation console. Medical Officer Erickson looked up from her datapad, studying the cubs. Zaraki were apex predators, scaled, clawed, built for hunting. Yet these younglings moved with mechanical stiffness. "They're burned out," Erickson said. "Not physically, mentally. They are warriors," Ryketh snapped. "Zaraki cubs train through instinct and discipline. Captain, we tried something different with human children. May I attempt it here?" 15 minutes later, Erickson stood in the training chamber facing 6 suspicious predator cubs and their instructor, Combat Master Vrex, whose tail lashed with irritation. "Who wants to play chase?" Erickson asked brightly. Silence. 6 pairs of amber eyes stared. "Chase?" The smallest cub finally rumbled, translator crackling. "A game. I run, you hunt me. If you catch me, you become the runner." "This is combat training?" Vrex snarled. "Absolutely. Pursuit tactics, spatial reasoning, pack coordination. But here's the twist. You're going to enjoy it." "Enjoy?" Erickson grinned. "Last cub to catch me gets first chase tomorrow. Ready? Catch me." She bolted. The cubs exploded after her on pure instinct, but Erickson moved unpredictably. She scrambled under obstacles, reversed direction without warning, and when she finally let the smallest cub, a female named Kessa, catch her sleeve, Erickson spun and made such an exaggerated collapse that Kessa's hunting focus shattered into confusion. Then something new. She chirped, a sound of delight. The other cubs froze, staring as if Kessa had transformed into prey. "Perfect," Erickson laughed. "Now Kessa chases. Move." Chaos erupted. The cubs ran, but differently, flowing and creative instead of mechanical. When Kessa tagged a larger cub named Thek, he actually play-growled, then tried juking Erickson with a fake pounce. 30 minutes later, all 6 cubs panted happily, scales bright with exertion, mouths open in what passed for Zaraki smiles. "Again," Kessa demanded. "But teams." Erickson glanced at Combat Master Vrex. "Teams build trust under pressure." Vrex's tail went rigid. Then he stepped forward. "I lead one pack. Human leads the other." The game became legend. Vrex's pack moved with lethal precision, but Erickson's pack did something revolutionary. They adapted. They communicated through chirps and playful snarls. They invented tactics spontaneously. Erickson's pack lost narrowly. But when Vrex's cubs cornered Kessa in the final moment, she was still chirping happily. Over weeks, Erickson introduced more games. Freeze hunt for impulse control. Territory capture for strategy. Stalk and seek for patience. Each wrapped training in something alien to Zaraki culture, joy. Changes came gradually. Cubs began socializing during rest periods. They started cooperating instead of competing individually. Kessa invented a zero-gravity version of chase incorporating combat roles. Then came combat evaluations. Captain Ryketh observed as cubs faced combat drones programmed for opponents twice their age. Failure was anticipated. The cubs demolished them in 3 minutes. Not through brute force, through creativity and cooperation the drones couldn't predict. Thek executed an angle from no manual. Kessa's pack used a pincer tactic suspiciously resembling their territory capture strategy. They moved like they were playing rather than fighting, making them unpredictable, innovative, lethal. The evaluation panel sat speechless. "Explain," the senior evaluator demanded. "The human taught them play," Ryketh said. That evening, Erickson found Ryketh on the observation deck, watching starlight. "The evaluators want your methods implemented fleet-wide," Ryketh said. "They're calling it adaptive conditioning through recreational engagement." Erickson chuckled. "They mean play. We lack that concept. Zaraki cubs train from hatching. We believed discipline and repetition created superior warriors. And now, Ryketh turned. Now I understand why humans defeat us despite being soft. You don't just train for war. You train for life. The joy, creativity, unpredictability. It makes you adaptive. Dangerous. Below, through transparent decking, cubs played their invented game while Combat Master Vrex participated. His usual severity cracked by something resembling happiness. We have a saying, Erickson said softly. All work and no play makes you dull. Your cubs weren't dull, they were dimming. Play reignited their spark. Some evaluators fear we're making warriors weak. Captain, watch them. Kessa executed a flip into a combat stance, chirping joyfully. Her movements flowed with confidence and life. That's not weakness, Erickson said. That's resilience. That's a warrior who thinks under pressure, trusts her pack, remembers what she's protecting, including joy itself. Ryketh was silent. Then her crest lifted in the Zaraki equivalent of a smile. Will you develop a full curriculum? Fleet-wide certification. Erickson thought of 6 predator cubs learning that strength and laughter coexisted. That the best warriors weren't machines but beings who could adapt, create, care. One condition, she said. Every instructor's first lesson is learning to play chase. No exceptions. Agreed. Below, Combat Master Vrex was being chased through zero gravity by chirping cubs. His stern expression transformed. Throughout the fleet, young warriors would learn what humanity always knew. Those who play together, fight better together. Sometimes the greatest tactical advantage came not from discipline alone, but from remembering that even predators were allowed to laugh.